At half of the press. Well, my people, me here for drop the real news, news, reviews, everything in a one right this or right there, my people. So all I want to know to do is like up the video, share out the video, subscribe to my channel, my people. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's get right into it.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
A blessed good day to you, my wisdom warriors. Wagwan, wagwan. I hope you guys are in good spirit. The St. Mary police have arrested 4 people in connection with Tuesday's murder of a man in Tank Lane, Oracabessa. Arthur Neil Saunders, a 46-year-old of Tank Lane, was shot about 11:40 p.m. as he was about to exit his motor car outside his house. The police say those in custody include a juvenile and his mother. President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Dr. Mark Smith, is calling for the Ministry of Education to conduct an audit and invest more in infrastructure of schools island-wide. This follows Sunday night's fire at Leeds Primary and Infant School in St. Elizabeth, in which the principal office, staff room, a classroom, and the library were damaged. Well, let me say something to the Jamaica Teachers Association. Dr. Mark Smith, listen now, you're calling on the wrong persons to audit. Yeah? You can't call for Ministry of Education for audit island-wide. Listen to me. You have to call upon the Auditor General to do these type of things, because this Ministry of Education, them not have a clue what them do. Seriously. They not have a clue what them do. Missy Dana, she come out other day talk about she introduced breakfast. When breakfast did already in the schools. Breakfast used to in the school, Breakfast used to in a school. It was the Jamaica Labour Party that removed it. So when me hear them come out and talk about them introduce, una say una introduce, una say una reintroduce, because it was there. The PNP put it there, but una decide to remove it. You understand? So una no fear call upon them people here. The Auditor General una need to call upon. And a second thing, when me hear you say about invest more in infrastructure of schools island-wide, I totally agree. But Andrew Holness is busy building prison and sorting out security to secure him. Yes, that's all him care about. He not care about nothing with benefit the youths them and the people of Jamaica. Him not depend that. This man a build prison. This man a build infrastructure. And listen, the infrastructure when I build, appear private partnership, Other day, una hear the World Bank. Una hear what the World Bank say. Andrew Holness is doing a lot of private-public partnership. When you hear private-public partnership, one think, like literally, this is money-making thing. This is money-making thing. If una not have money, una can't go there. You understand me? Nothing for poor people. Nothing. The only thing in my bill for poor people is prison. That's all Andrew Holness a bill, prison. And I don't know how the labor rats them not see that yet. Only prison this man a bill for the Jamaican people. Only prison. So when me hear Dr. Mark come out now and Dr. Mark I say build more infrastructure for the schools, I agree. I hear some lab rats get up and run off them out. Or PJ never build this and PJ never build school and the PNP they wanna told damn lie. Stop talk about PNP never build school and PNP never build hospital. PNP build school and PNP build hospital. And PNP build courthouse. Where una there? Where una really there? I saw una just go on and I tell pure lie upon PNP every single day. Wanna get out of it? Wanna get out of it? I totally agree with the Jamaican Teachers Association, because Andrew Holness is not looking out for the youths them in Jamaica. All him depend. All Andrew Holness, as you see him there, he just depend kill. That's all. Mighty God, so una plan to kill out the youths them and bring in the people them, little by little, import people from other country. And me say so, una say so, remember me play it over here, una say, una have to go import people in the country, so una kill out una ones for import different nation. Boy, me I tell you no, me don't know how lab rats can see that. But lab rats are going to see all these things when it's too late and una can't do nothing. Una can't do a thing. Mighty God. My people, take a look at this. According to TVJ News, Jamaica recorded 28 murders to start the month of March. According to the latest serious crime statistic published Sunday by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, this is after a record-breaking low in February when 47 murders were reported. The lowest monthly total since 2000. Me not believe this thing lie them at they lie. Them lie. According what they mean? 47 murders in a 1 month. That's what I say. 47 murders in a 1 month since 2000. My wisdom warriors. Me have to really laugh. Them lie, then we do anything for look good. Then we do anything for look good. No, sir. According to several cabinet ministers, including Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Dana Morris Dixon and National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang. So this them has said 28 murders recorded in the first 8 days of March. So uno thinks that this a good thing? 28 murders happen. So out of the 28, how much police kill? Or uno no count the police in another one here? Uno think so we are idiot? We are watching you know. Because uno pick up on yourself gone over Brazil to get help. And Brazil want help for themselves. Brazil in need of help. And uno gone over Brazil gone look help. Me out here and me I show the people them who are going to elaborate them say a lie. You never got Brazil. All when them see the video out, uno got Brazil fi look help. And I want to see them one that say crime is reducing. Then if crime are reduced, how comes on end up over Brazil? It just not make no sense, my wisdom warriors. Something not right. Anyway, my wisdom warriors, me have a video clip where I want to watch. And I want to listen to it keenly. Because Andrew Owens not even know where he get himself in. Or this man, him just out for us mash down Jamaica. But I want to listen and tell me what I think. Here, this.
Caribbean leaders. Choose America or China. You can't have both. Is the Caribbean caught in the middle of a new Cold War? Donald Trump has reportedly sent a clear warning to Caribbean leaders. Either stand with America or risk losing U.S. support by deepening ties with China. As tensions between Washington and Beijing escalate, the Caribbean has become a key battleground for influence. With billions of dollars in Chinese investments pouring into the region and the U.S. looking to reassert control, Trump's message is loud and clear. Choose wisely. This isn't just a political showdown. It's about economic survival, national security, and the future of the Caribbean. With China building ports, highways, and energy projects in several nations, the U.S. sees a direct threat to its dominance in the Western Hemisphere. Trump, known for his America First policies, is now pressuring leaders in Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, and the wider Caribbean to rethink their partnerships. The big question is, will the Caribbean comply or resist?
We must be prepared. We can't approach this with any panic.
In the last 2 decades, China has aggressively expanded its economic footprint in the Caribbean. From the Baha Mar Resort in the Bahamas to highways in Jamaica and port expansions in Trinidad, Beijing has been pouring billions into infrastructure projects across the region. Unlike the United States, China offers easy access loans with low interest rates, often requiring no political conditions. This has made them an attractive alternative for cash-strapped Caribbean governments looking for ways to develop their economies without the bureaucracy of Western financial institutions. However, these deals come with concerns. Many of these loans are structured under China's debt diplomacy model, where if a country is unable to repay, Beijing can take control of strategic assets. This has already happened in Sri Lanka, where China now controls a major port due to a defaulted loan. Could the same fate await Caribbean nations? The U.S. seems to think so, and that's why Trump's administration is now drawing a red line on China's growing influence.
China and Caribbean countries have a long tradition of friendly exchanges. Our diplomatic relations are roughly as old as CARICOM. 10 years ago, President Xi Jinping paid a historic visit to Trinidad and Tobago and met with leaders of all the Caribbean countries having diplomatic relations with China and established the China-Caribbean Comprehensive Cooperative Partnership. And ever since then, we have made great achievements and accomplishments, and China-Caribbean relations has become a shining example of mutual respect, equality, mutual benefit, and win-win cooperation.
Reports suggest that Trump has privately warned Caribbean leaders that continued alignment with China could have serious consequences. His administration views China's economic involvement in the region as a direct challenge to U.S. authority. Washington's fear is that these projects are not just about business, but also about Beijing gaining long-term strategic leverage over the region. With China controlling key infrastructure, the U.S. worries that Caribbean nations might be forced to side with Beijing in future diplomatic disputes. A senior White House official reportedly stated, "The United States will not stand by and watch as our closest neighbors drift into the orbit of a communist regime." This suggests that Caribbean leaders could face economic or diplomatic consequences if they refuse to distance themselves from China. Could Trump threaten trade deals, impose sanctions, or even reduce aid? History shows that the U.S. has used economic pressure in the past to get its way. The Caribbean might soon find itself caught in a dangerous game between two superpowers.
The U.S. has not spent great amounts of money in Latin America.
And the Chinese, for years.
They have very high levels of investment just about in every country, from Venezuela to Brazil to Argentina to Bolivia to Chile.
The Chinese government and closely aligned military affiliates have spent billions in our region granting loans and building political alliances.
For Caribbean leaders, this is a high-stakes dilemma. On one hand, China has provided much-needed financial support, helping to fund roads, hospitals, and energy projects without the political conditions often attached to Western aid. On the other hand, the U.S. remains the Caribbean's largest trading partner, the main source of remittances, and a key ally in security and regional stability. If Trump follows through on his warning, Caribbean nations could find themselves cut off from U.S. economic support, a move that could devastate their already fragile economies. At the same time, China's investments come with long-term obligations. If Caribbean nations cannot repay their debts, they risk handing over key assets to Beijing, leading to a loss of sovereignty. This is not just an economic decision, it's a geopolitical one. If the region chooses China, it risks angering the U.S. If it aligns with America, it may lose access to critical funding from Beijing. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, Caribbean governments must decide whether to prioritize short-term economic gains or long-term geopolitical stability. So, what happens next? Will Caribbean leaders comply with Trump's warning and distance themselves from China? Or will they continue to pursue Beijing's financial backing despite the risks? The coming months will be crucial in determining how this power struggle unfolds. Some governments may attempt a delicate balancing act, maintaining strong ties with both powers without fully committing to either. Others may be forced to choose a side if economic or diplomatic pressure from the U.S. intensifies. If Trump is serious about confronting China's influence, we could see major policy shifts, potential trade restrictions, diplomatic efforts to counter China's presence, or even increased military presence in the region. On the flip side, Beijing is unlikely to back down, meaning the Caribbean could become an even bigger battleground in this new Cold War. One thing is certain, this fight for influence is far from over, and Caribbean nations must tread carefully to avoid being collateral damage in a global power struggle. This battle between superpowers is heating up fast. Should Caribbean nations bow to Trump's pressure and cut ties with China? Or should they continue to take Beijing's money and risk U.S. retaliation?
My wisdom warriors, wanna think Andrew Holness would handle? Seriously. Wanna think Andrew Holness would handle? Because Andrew Holness, boy, me no know. Him just a make these people are coming at the country and invest and a high investment. And you hear what the lady say? I read up about it and it's true. high investment, and Jamaica won't be able to pay them back. So no know so them a go come collect with resources. That's all them interested in, with resources. That's all they interested in, our resources. That's why they spend how much money and build up how much highway and this and that. They know what them a do. They know exactly what they are doing, but are the leader for using brain. Are the leader for using brain, the leader. My wisdom warriors, look at Sri Lanka. When you hear what happened with Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka couldn't pay them back, so they collect their resources over there. So no know so them land and all these things, them take over. Mighty God, I don't want that in a Jamaica, I don't want all these things to happen in a Jamaica, seriously. But wanna tell me what you think. Tell me how you feel about this. Put on an honest opinion in the comment section. Like up the video, share it out, and subscribe to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Big up on a nice clean self. One love.